once again. Welcome to another edition of the Here We Are podcast. I'm out in a kind of a storage room, used to be where we kept our equipment and product for the ministry. I've stored a bunch of things here that I'm now sorting through, trying to figure out what I need to keep, what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, because I don't have room in my cabin for all this stuff that I've accumulated over the years. So that's where I am and what I'm doing. Hey, yesterday I got in my truck, and for some reason, there was a song I'd heard many, many years ago, and I thought, I want to hear that again. So it was a song called Dream Weaver by Gary Wright. I don't know if you remember that. It's probably around 1974, 75. And what was really unique about it was an all-keyboard band. I think the ARP Odyssey keyboard had just come on the scene, and he was playing that, and I think the bass line was a keyboard, and another guy was on a keyboard. And it's this real ethereal, spacey, kind of 70s sounding song. I don't remember the whole song, but he sings, Dream Weaver, I believe you can make it through the night. Something like that. And he's playing, and I listen to it. And then it ends with all this weird kind of electronic computers, like, let's make all the sounds we can with these new computers. They were sort of like a walking advertisement for ARP synthesizers. And so the song finally kind of faded off. I'm driving the truck. I've laid my phone down on the console. It's kind of toward the rear. And all of a sudden, this ad comes on. I think it was on YouTube. And this man's voice, hello, I'm Dr. So-and-so. Does your poop get stuck? Sorry, I know some of you have kids and you're trying to teach them not to say that. My parents tried to teach me not to say that, and they were relatively successful. And when they weren't, when I said the word, I got my mouth washed out with soap. Terrible stuff. But there's this commercial, and he's advertising another doctor who has spent years and years doing whatever and is the head of research at some place and has this 7-second way to alleviate this problem. Of course, this commercial's going on for now like about 15 minutes. I'm sitting there listening. I don't want to turn and pick up my phone and find how to stop it because I'm driving down the interstate. So I figure, well, I'll just let it go. He's referring to this other doctor who I know is going to then come on. When you click on to get the real message, that's going to be another half hour worth of relatively meaningless information to find out how you alleviate the problem. And then, when that was finally over, a synthesizer starts up again, another synthesizer. And I recognize the sound of that one. It was probably a DX 77, I think it was called, by Yamaha. They were very, very popular in the 70s. And the intro to this song starting to play, and it's pretty cool sounding, and I have a certain familiarity with it. And then the guy starts singing, believing in the things you cannot see is hard sometimes, but it's the way for me. He had a nice voice. It was me. And I hadn't forgotten about the song, but it just sort of had been out of my purview for some time. And when the intro started, when the singing started, I kind of, relaxed back and just enjoyed it. I thought, boy, that's a good song. Thank you, Lord, for that song. And the words go, believe it in the things you cannot see is hard sometimes, but it's the way for me. Because things I saw began to fall and slowly fade away, but things the Lord has shown to me are in my heart to stay. And then the chorus is, so if all I ever knew is what he told me, and if all I ever saw is what he showed me, I'd be content to realize he knows me. And all I want to do is live for him. And I just enjoyed the rest of the song, and I again thank the Lord for that wonderful song. And you say, well, where's all this going? How does that apply? So I'm out here today in this room sorting through all this stuff. In your younger years, you tend to accumulate. And then in your mid-years, middle-age years, you kind of manage and, administrate. And then in your latter years, you start to get rid of. And I'm kind of in that stage now where I look at some of the stuff and go, why do I have this? I don't have any place to put it. I can remember it might be an item where I purchased it or where Linda purchased it. I was out here and I saw this, if you'll allow me. This is my old buddy here. I haven't named him, never have named him. But this is a wild boar that I shot down in Georgia some years ago down near Dublin, Georgia. And in fact, he was running away from me by the time I got my rifle up. I think he saw some movement or scented me or something, went running away, and I took what they call the Texas heart shot. So I probably solved his poop problem right there because he was running directly away from me and dropped. But that was a great memory, but I don't have any place to put this now. I have no place to put this. Spent the money on the taxidermy. I was so proud of it. Wow, that's a really nice boar. He was probably about 250 pounds at least, big old tusks. And then I was looking over here. Excuse me, I'm kind of out of frame almost, but here's a javelina I shot years ago down in the Kingsville area. Took that one with a bow and arrow. And again, I remembered the adventure. I remembered trailing it. I lost its trail, but they smell real bad. They got almost like a skunk-like smell to them. So back when I had a sense of smell, I don't have any sense of smell whatsoever right now for the last, I don't know, a couple of years. But back then I had a good sense of smell, and I'd get with the wind right, and I finally, after 100 yards or so, tracked it down, found that. But I remembered the adventure of it all. I remembered shooting this rattlesnake. Whoop! You can see where I shot him. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rattles. I've shot bigger ones. I have one that was 6 feet long and had 13 rattles. And all these things are memories, they're adventures, stuff all over the room here. I can look around and see different things. Oh, I remember when I got that. I remember when that was given to me. I remember where I was when that happened. And all that to say, I'm just having this moment of there's so much in our lives. Not that any of these things are wrong or bad. Not that any of the things you have or the adventures you've enjoyed or the emblems of your experience that exist around you in your house or wherever, and those things are wrong. It's just that there comes a point in life when you realize these things really don't matter that much. They just don't. All that matters is knowing Him. And that sounds like almost an oversimplification, but that is the very basis and essence of life, of joy, fulfillment, purpose, meaning in life, is to invest our faith in the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, to give our lives to Jesus, to have that eternal goal perspective that, I'll live for heaven. I can't wait for heaven. This is just a very, very short test period, a proving ground, if you will. God is preparing me. God is preparing us, we who believe, for His eternal enterprises. And that is so exciting. And all this stuff just won't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing wrong about it. There's no condemnation about it. There is therefore now no condemnation to them that are in Christ Jesus. So I don't look at any of these things and go, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Or I spent a lot of money on that. Oh, I shouldn't have. Woe is me. No, it's just life lived, and have had a lot of joy and a lot of wonderful memories. But I think the closer you get to the finish line, and I always say if life is a mile run, I'm well into the last lap. So perspective comes that maybe wasn't there as much earlier, where all that matters is my faith in Him. Believing in the things you cannot see. Faith is made of things you cannot see. The things that in my heart I know must be. To put my faith in things above is all that I can do. In heaven's hope, in Jesus' love, the things I know are true. And now I'm going to let you listen to the whole song, and you can enjoy this. And I hope and I pray that it means as much to you as it did to me yesterday listening to it, and maybe brings a wonderful and a broader perspective into your life, if all I ever knew.
Believing in the things you cannot see is hard sometimes, but it's the way for me. 'cause things I saw began to fall and slowly fade away. But things the Lord has shown me are in my heart to stay. So if all I ever knew is what He told me, if all I ever saw is what He showed me, I'd be content to realize He knows me, and all I'd want to do is live for Him. Faith is made of things you cannot see, things that in my heart I know must be. Oh, to put my faith in things above is all that I can do. In heaven's hope and Jesus' love, the things I know are true. So if all I ever knew is what He told me, if all I ever saw is what He showed me, I'd be content to realize He knows me, and all I'd want to do is live for Him. So if all I ever knew is what He told me, if all I ever saw is what He showed me, if all He wants to do is just control me,